how to shingle a roof this size. This size roof comes out, what the heck's my other little house? Okay, so it's actually a little bit bigger than this one, eh? And this one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, so let's 25, let's call it. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 100. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 200. 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 300. So this has over 600 shingles on it. But it looks good for cardboard. So, your decision as to whether or not you want your shingles to be big ones, you know, because you can do, you know, bigger shingles. Some look pretty good. You know, they don't have to be perfectly to scale, but they should be, you know, pretty much the same size, you know, like shape. You know, you don't want ones this big and then ones, well, yeah, sometimes that looks good too. So yeah, up to you, up to you. Myself, I cheat and I use one of those coil binding, you know, like those, geez, I wonder if I got one of those books in here. You see them all the time at handouts and stuff. They've got that coil binding on them, eh? The ring, usually the plastic one, maybe they call it a comb binding, not a coil, a comb. I'm not talking about the wire, but the ones that you have that little plastic. It's a Surlux machine. So anyways, I run the cereal boxes through those, and that gives me these perfect shaped little shingles, okay? Or they use them for bricks. I use them for bricks lots too, eh? I'll stick them on the side there. So, I mean, I don't know, it takes a little while sitting there punching these things all out. I do sell bags of these if you need some. Other than that, some office stores, like I know the Office Depot up here, they have you know, a photocopy section, eh? And you can go there and use their tools, photocopy stuff, and use their, you know, paper cutters and all that kind of stuff, you know, for your doing your reports. Some schools have those too. Anyways, if you have one of those close by, go and take a bunch of cereal box type thing and go up there and just empty out the tray that's in the bottom of it, punch a whole bunch of cereal boxes, and then, you know, what I do is I punch them, cut it off with a paper cutter, punch it, cut it off. That way, you know, you've always got nice squares, eh? But so this is how I do this, considering that there's going to be probably 750 of them on this one. Get yourself a whack of little squares. Well, they're not squares, they're rectangles. You can cut them out of a strip, you know, cut a long strip of, and then cut that into, use scissors. That works, you know. Try to cut it really thin, and then just cut off this, you know, sit there and ding, 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 you know, make yourself 6 million. Trusty glue. Start at the bottom edge, okay, so here's our roof. Start at the bottom edges of each side. So I do a layer across the top. I grab myself a toothpick. I get just a little bit of glue on the toothpick, and then I pick them up with that little bit of glue and put them on in place. Okay. And you know, have your first edge. Let's zoom in. Have your first edge just hanging over a little bit, okay? So you know, and it doesn't take long actually. I mean, you want to have yourself a comfortable chair while you're doing it, because I mean, well, I could time it. So maybe I'll do that we'll see how long it takes, and I'll just work on this until I've actually done it. Okay, and well, here, let me wipe off some of this glue. Your next row, okay, put glue on again all the way down. Depends on how big your roof is and how fast you can work, okay? But anyways, and you want to start with a half piece. So take a few of these and split them in half, eh? You won't need a lot of these, but have another separate pile of ones where you've got them split in half. And when you start one of these rows, start it, I'll turn it upside down so that you can see, you know, start it with a half, eh? And then carry on. And you don't want them hanging down too much, and you don't want them all actually perfectly, you know, the same height, hey? You want a little bit haphazard, and you want them to, you know, the ones on the top to split the ones on the bottom, okay? And you just keep working your way up until you get to the top, okay? And then I'll show you what that looks like, and I'll let you know how long it took me to do this. I think there's going to be about 750 on this one.
All right, I want to get to the details of this, but let me just begin by asking your turn. But to me, the way that it comes out with the Best Picture nominations is pretty clear that it's going to be a showdown between this year's, this year's Forrest Gump, which is the Curious Case of Benjamin Button, which is a makeup movie. It resonates with the Obama age as a candidate who was the first of his kind to become elected. Right.
Yeah, and there's the link. Dianne Feinstein introduced everybody on the inauguration day, and she was there when Trump was assassinated. So
in some ways, I think it's the movie of the year. On Mushrooms, he'll be here, and a trio of great female singers, though not all at the same time. Nico Case is going to be here, Lily Allen, the UK singer, and Jen Grant from PEI, now lives in Halifax, and her new record, Echoes. Also, Graham Romeo, the author of those incredible, hilarious, and very curious Bigfoot books, will be back on the show. And Azad Nafisi, the author of Reading Lolita in Tehran, with her new book. That's all coming up on cue. In a few moments, Michael Bublé. But first...
Damn, Stephanie. What's weird, man, is that as I listen to it now, as you just played it, I realized that